Hello, this is Teacher Alvin and today we'll be learning factorization. Factorization is the reverse of expansion and this is actually taught to you every single year. Your secondary school mathematics actually have 5 kinds of factorization, so make sure you know how to do all of them. So let's do example 1, simple factorization. Factorize the following. Okay, so when you do this kind of question, right, you need to find the common term between the left and the right. Whatever terms that you have in common, you need to factorize or take it out. So teacher can see 6 and 8 can factorize 2 out. And then there's nothing else, we have to put a bracket, okay? And then the technique here is what times 2 will give you 6x. So we need to top up inside the bracket 3x, okay? So the plus you copy back and then ask yourself the question, what times 2 will get you 8? So that's the technique. We have to top up inside the bracket 4. So this is what you call factorize. Okay, factorize finish already. Alright, let's do question B. So we have 5x squared plus 10xy. So once again, between the left and right, you need to find out the common term. 5 and 10, we can factorize out 5. And then let's look at x squared and x. So you try to take out as many as possible. Here got 2x, here got only 1x, so you can only take out 1, alright? Take out as many as possible, so let's take out 1 only. And then I can see that here got y, here don't have y, so you cannot factorize out y. Okay, so once you have already done checking, put a bracket. Alright, now you need to ask yourself the question, what times 5x will give you 5x squared? So you top up whatever that is inside the bracket, you should do put in x. Okay? Plus you copy back, then you ask the question, what times 5x will give you 10xy? So we need to top up inside the bracket 2y. Okay, so you can ask yourself a question, 2 times 5 will become 10, x is already outside, and then y will have to be here, right? So that's how you do B. Okay, let's proceed to do question C. Okay, so teacher can see x and y, so definitely we need to factorize out. So here got 1x, here got 3x, so we can only take out 1x, so take it out. Okay, next question, here got y squared, that means got 2, here got y power of 4, so you take out as many as possible. Teacher will have to take out y squared, right? Then immediately put a bracket. Okay, see this question, x squared, you already take out fully, exactly the way they are, so you have to top up with 1. How come it is 1? Because 1 times this xy squared will give you xy squared, so you need to take out exactly the same and then multiply by 1 again. Alright, so now the next question, we have to put plus, follow the equation here, so we have to put plus. Next step, what times xy squared will give you this? Okay, so you ask yourself the question. Alright, I knew that I have to put x squared because x squared times x will give you x cubed. See that? Alright, then how many more y? 2 times with the y square will become y power of 4. So teacher knew I have to top up with another y square, right? So y square over here. So that's how you do question C. Factorize out already. Do try this tough question, okay? Let's see if you are able to handle simple factorization. So let us start. Okay, so teacher can see 15, 27 and 21. So all these 3 numbers can be divided by 3. So let's do that. I am gonna factorize out 3. Alright, let's see anything else we can factorize. So teacher can see here got 3x, here got 2x, here got 2x. So you take as many as possible. Teacher is gonna take out 2x, okay? So that will be x squared. Alright, let's find out y, how many we can actually factorize out. So there's actually like 2y here, y squared, 1y and y squared. So we can only take out 1, okay? So we are going to write y. And then once you have already confirmed there's nothing else to factorize out, then you are going to put a bracket, okay? So it's a very big bracket, so just write. Now let's find out what has to be topped up. Okay, so ask yourself a question, what will have to be multiplied with this to get me the answer over here? Okay, so let's do slowly. I knew the answer is going to be 5 because 5 times 3 will get me 15. Alright, let's top up. How many more x's that I have to become x cubed? So definitely gonna put 1 more x. Alright, and then definitely gonna put 1 more y. So you need to focus. X times x squared will give you x cubed. Y times y will give you y squared. So that's actually how you check whether you need to top up how many more. Okay, so minus, teacher copy back, Then you ask yourself the question, what times 3 will give you 27? So that will be 9. Alright, so I can see that there's actually y square and then here y square, so no need to top up with anything. Now let's check. I can see that here is actually y and then here is actually y also, so no need to top up with anything, just minus 9. Okay, so let's focus on the next term, plus. Alright, so ask yourself the question, what times 3 will get me 21? So that will be 7. So let's write 7. Alright, so next question is, what times x squared will get you x squared? No need to top up with anything. Alright, next, what times y will get me y squared? So I have to top up with another y. See that? So let's just write y. And that's how you do the last question, simple factorization. Example 2, common brackets. So you see the question, they are having 2 brackets over there and they actually look very similar. That's how you identify this pattern. Okay, so let's do example 2, common brackets. So how to identify this question is, you can see the brackets are having similarity. Alright, so what you do, right, I want you to take this, followed by the operation, and take this, put inside a bracket. Okay, so teacher is going to write x plus 3, put in the bracket, and then you copy the similar bracket. So you are going to copy this. Alright, so that will be y plus 2. So this is how you do the factorization for example 2. Let's try more questions, okay? So the step will be, you can see the bracket are similar. Okay, so you take this, follow the operation, and this, okay, right, as a single bracket. So p minus 5, close, and then you copy the similar bracket, q plus 3. So there you go, settle question B. Let's try to do more. Alright, so let's do this question right here. So we are going to write bracket x minus 3, and then you copy the bracket again, y minus 5. Okay, so the clue here is make sure the bracket having the same power also. So let's do D. Alright, so focus, you can see that D having power of 2, and then for this bracket over here also power of 2. So if like that, then you can straight away use this technique. First bracket, you're gonna write x, then copy plus and y. So plus y, close, and then you copy the second bracket. So teacher is going to copy x plus y, close, and square. Since the common bracket between the two terms is actually having the power of 2, so you have to copy power of 2. Okay, so and I almost forgot that when you see the bracket are having similar terms again, right? So you need to combine them. So how to combine them? This is actually like power of 1. So you need to put a final answer. So x plus y bracket, now power of 3. So this is the final answer for this question. Okay, let's look at question E. E is very different with question D because the powers are not the same. So you look at the bracket, this is actually power of 1, and then this bracket right here is actually power of 2. If you stumble across questions like this, you need to use let. Okay, you have to borrow an algebra. Let me show you how to do. So you're gonna write let. Okay, and then copy the bracket x plus y be something else. So let's use another algebra. For example, let's say use p. Okay, so now replace the bracket with p. Okay, follow. So 5 you copy back. Now this bracket is now known as p. So you are gonna write p plus, and then this bracket is actually p square on top. Okay, so let's copy p square. Now you see the question has been transformed into a simpler version like this. So you do like your simple factorization. Let's start. So teacher can take out p and then put 5 plus another p over here. So that's how you do factorization. Once you have already factorized, replace p with the original bracket. So you are going to replace back p with the x plus y. So let us start. X plus y, initially you borrow, now need to give back. So bracket 5. So here we need to replace p with the bracket again. So you are going to copy plus, so replace back x plus y, and then close it. So you are going to tidy up a bit. So you're going to write as like 5 plus x plus y like that. So that's how you do question E. Example 3, partial factorization. So how to see partial factorization is there will be 4 terms, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how you see. Let's look at the question. Factorize the following. For partial factorization, the word partial, okay, it means like half. You split down in the middle here, okay? So you split down in the middle now. So teacher is going to split like this. Alright, so what you do, right? I want you to factorize this. So you treat it like a simple factorization. I am going to take out y, and then here you are going to do your simple factorization. So done. Next step is you're going to copy here. I can see like here is plus, and then now you factorize this part right here. So I am going to take out 3 here, x plus 1. Okay. And then notice that we previously learned your example 2. The moment the bracket is same, right, you need to combine them. Okay, so follow back your example 2. So y plus 3. So where do I get this plus this in a bracket, and then combine with the similar bracket x plus 1 like that. So that's a final answer and how you do partial factorization. Okay, let's do more question. So you need to split down the middle. Alright, so split it down the middle. Alright, so 5y minus 10, you can factorize 5. Okay, so top up inside the bracket, this will be y minus 2. And then you're going to put plus. So now you're going to factorize the second part. So second part, I can take out x bracket. So there will be y minus 2. Okay. So the thing about partial factorization, the hint is these two brackets usually going to be the same because they want you to test on example 2 again. They want to check whether you understand example 2. So now we're going to combine the terms. So 5 plus x as a single bracket. So 5 plus x. And then you copy back the similar bracket like that. So that will be the final answer. If you forget to do this part right here, then you are going to be penalized 1 mark. Okay, so let's do the last question. So split down the middle. Okay, so factorize. I can see we can take out 3, and then this will be x plus 4. So always check your answer by expanding mentally in the head, right? So x times 3 will get me 3x. 4 times 3 will get me 12. Okay, so that's how you check. And then now teacher is going to put minus. Okay, so we need to factorize out this part right here. So teacher are going to take y, then now quickly put a bracket. So ask yourself that question, careful. What times y will give me x, y? So teacher need to top up with x, so put in x. Now here be careful, what times negative will give you negative. So a lot of students will actually write minus. No, you don't copy exactly what you see right now. So instead you should think a bit. Here should be a plus because positive times negative will give you negative. Okay, here is the mistake that a lot of students will do. Alright, let's focus back. So what times negative y will give you here 4y, right? So teacher need to top up with 4. Okay, once again the hint is these two brackets should be the same. That's the technique. So once you have already made the bracket to be similar, combine into like this. So we are going to log in. This is the final answer. So there you go. This is how you do partial factorization. Example 4, factorizing quadratic expression. So quadratic in maths means power of 2. So there will be like x squared plus x plus 1. So you have this kind of pattern, then that is example 4. Let's look at example 4, factorizing quadratic expression. So whenever I see x squared plus x plus something, for example like this question right here, then you need to suspect the factorization will be a double bracket. Okay, so that's the hint to you. So let's do double bracket. You lay out first, and then you're gonna think about what times what will get you x squared. So that will be x times x. Alright, here is a practice that you have to do a lot of questions. So you need to think about what times what will get you 16. Okay, so there are actually many combos. You can be 1 and 16, you can be 2 and 8, you can be 4 and 4. And then you need to think about what possibility will get you the value in the middle. So I knew that 8 and 2 will get you 10. So I will have to select the middle option. So this one you need to do a lot of practice. Otherwise, you can also use a calculator to check. Alright, perhaps another video for that. Alright, so teacher is going to put 8, 2, and then here, if you see like positive, positive, then you just have to put plus and plus. Okay, so the answer is this, double bracket factorization. Alright, let's do B. So we are looking at this question right here. So x squared minus 2x minus 15. So I knew that this is actually a double bracket factorization. So teacher is going to lay out the double bracket first. After that, right, how to get x squared, right, this is the hint. So you need to put x and x in front. And then now check on the last digit. So the last digit actually tells you what combo that you have to think of. So 15 can be 1 and 15. Can be 3 and 5. I think that's all the possibility. Alright, so how to get 2 in the middle definitely is 3 and 5, because 5 minus 3 can get you 2. Alright, so teacher knew this is the possible combo, so lay out 3 and lay out 5. Okay, so to do this question right here, I have to know what is the operation right in the middle. Okay, so to get a negative, alright, is actually between positive, negative only. So positive times negative will give you negative. So which one will be the negative one? Very simple. So you look at the middle clue. The middle value is minus 2x. So you put the bigger number with the negative here. So bigger number is 5, put minus. And then the smaller number 3, you have to put plus. So that's how you do question B. Okay. So remember that if you have a negative at the back, so this is definitely 1 plus 1 minus in the bracket. Alright, so let's do this last question. So x squared minus 5x plus 6. So this is a double bracket question, double bracket factorization. So we have to look at x and x again, very simple. So let's look at the last value. So 6 having the possibility of like 1 and 6, 2 and 3, right? So you definitely need to suspect what are the things can get you the middle one. So this one you can use a calculator or use trial and error. Just try and put in the numbers. So I think this is going to be 2 and 3. Alright, so through practice, teacher knew this is 2 and 3. Alright, so check out the symbol at the back. If it is a positive, only 2 possibility, whether it's a minus minus or a plus plus. So when I look at the value over here, it's a minus there. So I am suspecting this to be minus and minus. Okay, so that's actually the final answer for this question. So how do teacher check this question? You are going to use FOIL and expand again. You should be able to get back this question. Alright, so that's how you do example 4. Example 5, difference of two squares. So how to see difference of two squares? Number 1, there will be minus in the middle. Number 2, you have to look for square numbers. And left and right is only having 2 terms. So that is how you see difference of two squares, example 5. Alright, let's do example 5 and how do you actually see them? So let's stay focused. Number 1, there will be a minus in the middle. So that is the first clue I can give you. Alright, the second clue I can give you is you are going to see there are square numbers on the right hand side usually. Okay, so 81 is actually 9 times 9. 1 is actually 1 times 1. And 64 right here is actually 8 times 8. So those are actually square numbers. And on the other side, which is this side right here, is also another squares. Okay, so x squared is x times x, right? See that? Y squared was actually coming from y times y. So that's why the name, right? Difference of two squares. There's actually squares on the left and right, and the middle part must be minus. So that's how you see example 5. And how are we supposed to do them? Is actually double bracket as well. So we lay out the double bracket. Okay, then focus. So how to get x squared? You are going to put x and x in front. How do you get 81? You are going to lay out 9 and 9. Okay, so 9 times 9 will get you 81. Alright, and then one of the bracket you just put plus. Okay, and one of the bracket you just put minus. So I am just going to put plus and minus. Doesn't matter which one first. You want to put minus first, also can. It will be the same. So that's how you do question A. So let's do question B right here. So you lay out your double bracket. So y and y in front, that will get me y squared. 1 is actually 1 times 1, then just put plus minus. So that's actually question B done already. Alright, so let's do question C, so on and so forth. So x squared minus 64, that's actually example 5 right here. So double bracket, put x, 64 is 8 times 8, remember that? So 8 times 8, so just put plus minus. Done. Question C done already. Alright, so let's do question D. Sometimes it's not number on the right hand side, but doesn't mean that this is not example 5, difference of two squares. So how to do this question? Once again, you lay out your double bracket, and then you think about what times what will get you x squared. So that will be x, and then one more time, what times what will get you y squared. So you just lay out y and y. Then don't forget, just put plus and minus, so just put plus and minus. So that's how you do question D, right? So let's do the last question, see whether you can handle this. Alright, so we are going to look at the question. So minus, yes, 49 is a square number, 25 is a square number, so quickly identify as double bracket. Okay, so we need to think about 25. 25 is actually 5 times 5. And then think about a square. A square is actually a and a, right? Okay, then let's focus on the other side. So 49 is actually 7 and 7. So write 7, 7. B square was coming from B and B. And then you just need to put plus and minus, right? Plus and minus. So there you go, the last question over there. And teacher actually did 20 questions already. So you comment below if you managed to do 20 over 20, okay? So that's the end for today's lesson. Whoa, teacher put in a lot of effort to make this video. So hopefully you guys learned a lot of things from the factorization class. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to support Teacher Alvin, okay? You don't forget to like and comment also lah, so that will also help the channel to grow even better, okay? I'll see you in the next class. Bye-bye.